outside of Bud Walton Arena on a Friday night, the new consistent home of Arkansas Gymnastics. Last time they were here a couple of weeks ago, they upset at the time number 2 LSU in front of nearly 10,000 people, trying to repeat that feat against now number 2 Florida here in Fayetteville. As you see Jocelyn Robertson and her intro today in front of these fans that are so hyped up for this matchup. Friday Night Heights is presented by Sprouts Farmers Markets. Bring you inside a Bud. Jason Ross Jr. alongside Kennedy Baker, pumped up for this one. Kennedy, a really big scoring opportunity. Of course, you want the win no matter the result, a really important meet for both sides.
Yeah, for sure, Jason. Both of these teams want to put up these big numbers. Arkansas wants a huge score at home to help build that confidence on the road. And of course, Florida's on the road. They're looking to get a high road score as well.
At Arkansas at home, they have been better. Mentioned the LSU meet, so take a look at now some averages. Home versus away this year for both teams. On the Arkansas side, again, trying to get back to where they were a couple of weeks ago. Dealt with some illness against Oklahoma a week ago. Florida coming off the tri-meet victory with Utah and West Virginia. Leanne Wong is who we're going to start talking about on the Florida side. Her averages this year, again, we've seen so much success out of her in the past. I think definitely even more room for improvement this year.
Yeah, she really excels at gymnastics, so you can't tell, but this season she's been a little bit off, really trying to find that groove and rhythm back in that competition. She's been competing a lot.
Well, Kennedy, she's got some fond memories here at Bud Walton Arena a couple of years ago. Take you back to 2023. Not one, but 2 10s in that meet.
She did. She could get another 10 as well tonight. She has such dynamic and powerful gymnastics. She's got a lot of tricks in her bag, can really pull out anything. Would love to see a big score from her tonight.
We'll flip it over to Arkansas and Maddie Jones talking about athletes who could potentially still have more room to grow this year. Maddie Jones, we could have a big meet out of her today.
Similarly to Leanne, she's trying to find that rhythm and groove too. She was such a heavy hitter for Arkansas last year. She wants to get those 9-9+ scores back in their lineups again. I know she wants to put up a good meet tonight.
See, last year 22 scores of 9-9+. Take a look at our meet format. Go in the Olympic order. 6 gymnasts per team competing in each event. Take the 5 best scores, drop the lowest. Keep you posted on that. And our score tower team with the highest cumulative score wins. Leanne Wong hoping to replicate that night she had in 2023 at Bud Walton Arena. Florida going on the road today. Again, coming off that tri-meet victory. Arkansas back home. They're losing the meet against Oklahoma a week ago.
I'm excited for this competition, Jason. You can feel the arena is electric. There's a lot of fresh faces from both the Florida and the Arkansas team in these lineups tonight. You're going to see some newer people in these roles, looking to see them step up and deliver.
Yeah, talk about the fact that the potential, if you can get a 197 today on the Arkansas side, that'd be huge at this stage of the season. And Jenny Rowland, the Florida head coach, said adapt and conquer is their message of the week on the road as Cammie Weaver will lead off on the vault for Arkansas.
Nice job, Yurchenko. Full solid form in the air. Good job leading that energy off for the Arkansas program. That vault only starts from a 9.95. Not being able to be rewarded the full points of the 10.0. So you really want to find that landing, and Cammie did a great job there.
And Cammie's the only Razorback to hit 9.9 on vault this season. Flip it over to the bars in Florida. Anya Pilgrim will lead off.
Anya in her sophomore season already she looked seasoned last year as a freshman, and she just grows her gymnastics every single season. It's nice to see her back in this lineup. She struggled a little bit last week on this routine. Just a slight stumble on that dismount.
And still ended up sharing that bars title with Leanne.
Excuse me, actually she got the stick last week on dismount specifically, and Florida excelled on that on bars. They stuck so many dismounts last week in their competition. I know that Anya wants to do the same thing again tonight. She's changed this routine as well a little bit from last year. She starts with a big packed salto down to the low bar. Really nice form in the air on that, and then goes back up to the high bar. This is called a Van Leeuwen. It's a Maloney with a half twist. Does that incredibly well. Just a little arm swing on that dismount. I couldn't really tell with her feet. Assistant coach Owen Fields was kind of blocking the view, so we didn't really see where her feet landed. I think she got the stick. They will deduct for that arm swing, though.
There's Jenny Rowland, 10th season as head coach of Florida. She said when Anya's being Anya, it's the coolest thing. Let's see what they end up giving Pilgrim in that leadoff spot on the bars. Gave Kevin Weaver a 9.850 when she led off on vault for Arkansas. Now Julie Lang, the East Palo Alto, California native, stepping up on the vault for the Razorbacks.
Another dynamic Yurchenko full. That is the best one I've seen Julie do so far this season. She absolutely nailed that landing, drove those heels into the ground. This is the energy that Arkansas wants to really step up and deliver in this competition tonight. And wow, I love how you see her legs glued in the air. That was such a clean stick. That's going to be a really big score for Arkansas.
Strong start here. The best bar workers that you'll find around the country for Florida. Like you said, Kennedy, it's a juiced up atmosphere right now, and still having to wait for this last score to come in. It was Anya Pilgrim's score that the judges are looking at, so. But you mentioned it could be a big score on vault for Julie Lang. They just gave her a 9.9.
That was deserved. That score will help build the rest of the Arkansas lineup. Riley McCusker up now for Florida. She is happy and healthy in these lineups. It's nice to see her on bars. One of the best bar swingers in the NCAA. Her form is impeccable. You're not going to see another toe point or a leg extension like that besides Riley, and she just does it so well.
As an elite, one of the best on bars in the entire world.
Small under rotation on that dismount. Her feet landed behind her. When you land those dismounts, you want them planted right underneath your body. Everything stacked on top of each other. Just a little short coming in, but really nice effort throughout the rest of the routine.
Grace Drexler slotting into this Arkansas vault lineup. That was one of the changes making her debut with Callista Gamio out. So quick change on the fly there for Arkansas.
Nice job, their first 10.0 ball. Yurchenko 1.5. She's a freshman. To step up and deliver, especially when you didn't know you were going to be in the lineup. They already had new faces in, and to switch at the last minute and deliver as a freshman is impressive. Nice work there. Really good pop off that table. Tried to spot that landing. That's a blind landing. You can't see where your feet are coming into the ground. You've got to feel where you're at in the air, and she did a good job.
Like you said, the mental challenge just to compartmentalize and step in that way. We've seen new faces pretty quickly prior to this meet be slotted into the lineup. Alyssa Arano will step in on bars here for Florida. They gave Grace Drexler a 9.850, followed up the 9.9 from Julie Lang.
Another one of those new faces that we've talked about is Alyssa. She has not been in on bars this entire season. This is our first time really seeing her, and Jenny had so many kind things to say about her and her gymnastics. Big double layout here. Had so much power coming out. You'll notice her legs were super straight when she landed. You want to plie and bend in your knees if you want to get that stick. That's the only way to absorb into the ground on that.
There's Jordan Weber. Again, this group a couple of weeks ago in this arena had their biggest win during her tenure as head coach against LSU. Jocelyn Robertson was a key part of that. First time we get to see the Olympian today following Grace Drexler's 9.875 on the vault. She was dealing with the flu last week, still had a stellar meet against Oklahoma despite being limited.
This is big. Such nice pop off the table, has so much power, has that hop out, but that is such an easy vault for Jocelyn. In fact, talking to head coach Jordan Weaver, she said that's her timer for her elite skills, because she also does her elite skills along with her collegiate skills. This is her warm-up for that. Just a slight leg separation on the table, but you can just see how much power she has when she gets that pop through her shoulders on the block. And of course, Dad's happy about that one.
Yep, mom, dad, brother, grandpa, all here. She loves calling her dad after meets. Her siblings have fallen in love with college gymnastics as well. Told us earlier this week her sister's dream country to visit was France. So of course, her family was able to make the trip to Paris this past summer. Leanne Wong, who was in Paris with her as an alternate on Team USA, will step up fittingly here on the bars for Florida.
Leanne can score high here on this event. We've seen it numerous times against Arkansas specifically. Nice form throughout. Sometimes you'll see her legs separate slightly on that Van Leeuwen. I like to see her legs planted together. Nice improvement there. That was pretty good. The last 2 times she's competed against Arkansas on bars, she's gone to 10. That could be another one here. We've gotten stricter scoring this season. That will at least be a huge number for Florida. Nice job on her handstands, all the way vertical, pointing through her toes. You saw that twisting in the air. Legs had no separation there. But they did a little bit on the dismount. You have to understand as well, we have a different perspective and angle on that. Sometimes the judges can't tell if that leg separation really happened from the side.
Now to go to Essen Price on the vault for Arkansas.
Big 1.5. Kind of missed the block there. She was a little bit short. She did the same thing against Oklahoma. It's hard to find that rhythm about giving it too much power but not enough. Trying to settle into that landing.
The Friday Night Heights continues next as number 8 Kentucky takes on Oklahoma from the Lloyd Noble Center. Coming up next, second meet of the night here on SEC Network. Notice the score tower on the right side of your screen. Again, that'll show the gymnasts in the order of the rotation. That score that's slightly lighter in the gray is the lowest score that the team would currently want to drop. Mentioned to keep 5 out of the 6. So as we get deeper into this first rotation, keep in mind though that score is currently still being counted.
Selena's doing a great job here. They're putting up these numbers, really building off of each score. Good effort there. You could tell pirouetting. She was a little bit crooked, not absolutely on top of the bar. Way to save it and then get the stick to follow it up. Nice job on her handstand. You'll see they need that within that 10 degrees with no tense off. And again, nice pop on her release move. You see how much amplitude she gets in the air. Selena does that really well.
Now Haley Klein set to anchor the vault. Lineup for Arkansas.
Haley struggled slightly on this. They've had her in and out of the lineup. It's nice to see her back. She does another 10.0 vault. That Yurchenko 1.5. Much improvement. You can see how much power she had off of the table. Really great distance away from the table as well, and just a small step forwards. Good improvement though from Haley on that.
And Jocelyn Robertson pointed Haley out as one of the leaders on this team. When she's clicking, really important in this lineup on the vault for Arkansas. So that was the final gymnast to go in the first rotation for the Razorbacks. We'll see if they end up giving Haley. Right now the lowest score is the 9.750. That was the one they would like to currently drop from Dakota Essen Price. Lee Boy coming up, just 16 years of age. From Swisher, Iowa. The freshman who hasn't looked phased one bit. He said, oh yeah, the gymnastics part's easy, the training part's easy.
You know when the training and the gymnastics is easy, you're in a good spot. And Lee is doing such a good job in this freshman season, coming in so young and looking mature as she's competing, really looking seasoned out there. This is her first time in the bar lineup. Excited to see her routine.
See the judges still coming together on the last Selena Harris-Miranda score. A mandatory conference required if two of the judges' individual score outside of the ranges you see below. Don't want too much separation, essentially.
And that's another challenge, Jason, is when you're expected to go, you feel ready. So to kind of wait for your turn is hard. You can see Lee there just standing and kind of waiting. And that's another challenge that really comes with time. You learn that through competing in the years, that you have a routine that you do before the routine, and that's kind of fun to fall back on.
Debut in the bar lineup as well. Jenny Rowland said there's just a youthfulness about her that makes everyone smile.
Beautiful height on that packed salto. You'll see she got so much amplitude and time before she hit the bar. Super impressive. And then again, straight up on her handstands as well. Big full twisting double tuck. I would say that was a pretty good debut.
Trying to follow back-to-back 9-9s as well from Selena Harris-Miranda and Leanne Wong. And the trust as well in a freshman Kennedy to go with the tail end of this lineup like that.
Jenny has so much trust and confidence in Lee, and you see right here why she attacks her skills. She's going full out for them. She's not hesitating, and she's nailing them. Nice form throughout spots. That landing coming in and then holds on to it.
We're still awaiting that last score for Lee Bui. Jocelyn Robertson at a 9.875 on vault. Part of a strong start for Arkansas. Lee Bui did get a 9.9 to close out that bars rotation for Florida. We're going to talk more about Jocelyn Robertson when we come back.
You just can't beat a post-game burger.